Hello. Welcome to the Super Divorce YouTube channel. Nicholas Villars here, aka Super Divorce. I have not done a live stream in, oh boy, it's been a long time. I feel like it's been months and months and months. I don't know how many months that is exactly, but it's been a while. And hold on, let me just please excuse me, this might be a little clunky as we get started, because not only is this the first live stream that I've done in ages, we could say ages, it's also the first live stream that I've done on this brand new computer. Last time that I live streamed, I was on my old PC that's still right over here next to me, just not hooked up, because I got a brand new one, a nice new one, a nice shiny new computer with flashing lights on the inside and all the accoutrements. It's got one of them GeForce, one of them RTXs, the 3080. So I'm just gonna talk about some things tonight. I'm gonna talk about the future of the channel and what's going on. You may have seen my post earlier today in the communities section. Maybe it popped up in your YouTube feed. Maybe you've seen the big news here, what we're celebrating tonight. That's why I've got the balloons and the cake. I've got the cake over there because we're celebrating the demonetization of my YouTube channel. I worked for years and years and years to get monetized. I finally did. And then a couple days ago, unceremoniously, out of the blue, I was informed that my channel was no longer being monetized. That perk had been taken away from me. I blew it, is what they said. I had a chance to appeal their decision. Guess I'm just kind of getting right into it, aren't I? Hold on, let me just pump the brakes real quick. Because what I would like to do is I like doing this pop-out chat. I like the pop-out chat feature on YouTube so that I can see what people might be saying if they decide to stop by and say hello. Any of the viewers, any of the subscribers that I've picked up over the past, I don't know, 6 months to the past year, I feel like that's when the channel has really picked up some steam compared to the pace that I was growing at for many moons. It was a very slow lurch forward at the beginning there, and for quite some time. So before I proceed with the celebration, I suppose what I should do is I should pour myself a nice glass of proper 12 whiskey. Because if there's one thing that I know people love to watch, it is disgruntled YouTubers who are also drinking alcohol. So I'm going to do a little bit of that just for fun. Now, don't come in here thinking that I'm going to get belligerent. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to fly off the handle. This isn't going to be me simply berating YouTube for hours and hours. I don't plan to do that. I've already taken steps to begin solving the problems that have been presented to me by this situation. The problems that YouTube has given me. But, you have to look at these things with a positive spin, I think. Your defeats in life, you have to find a way to turn them into wins. Every defeat means that you're a little off in an area. whatever area that is, or areas that led to your defeat, to you taking that L, you gotta look at those. You can't ignore them. You gotta look at those spots that need a fixin', and you gotta affix them. You gotta get after it, and you gotta get to fixing the issues so that you can come back better, faster, stronger, all those things. And we're gonna do that too. We're gonna fix it. We're also gonna talk about things tonight. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit here as we get started. Nothing too crazy. I'll just sit that right there for the moment. I better put the lid back on just in case. You never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to run into the room. I hope people aren't running into the room while I'm doing this, because that would be a little rude. But I'm not saying it won't happen, and if it does, I'll be prepared for this to be knocked over because the lid's on now, so it's not going to catch me off guard. Okay? That's not anything that I'm worried about right now. So, if you're here, by the way, watching, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Do you like calling it a button? You could also call it an icon. Hit the thumbs up icon to let me know that you like what's going on right now and that you're going to stick around and you're going to hang out. You're going to have story time with me. Thus far, no one has commented in the chat. I encourage chatting. If you're here, I encourage you, I implore you, chefs. I like to call my viewers chefs. And I like to present my videos as offerings to the chefs. You ever watch Top Chef or Chopped? Oftentimes when they're presenting the judges, when the chefs are presenting a dish to the judges to judge it, they will say, "Enjoy, chefs." And I like to say, "Enjoy, chefs," when I'm presenting you with a video offering. So chefs, please, if you're here, if you're hanging out, don't be shy. Get in the mix. Say hello. And we'll have a real good time. Don't be shy. All right. So, if you've been around the Super Divorce YouTube channel for some time, maybe you're an older subscriber, then perhaps you remember when I used to do more videos like this, speaking, going over current events and all that kind of stuff. Never really took off for me, to be quite honest. If you were wondering, why'd you stop doing those? Why'd you stop doing the videos where you talk about pop culture, where you talk about new collectibles that are coming out and this and that type of stuff? Why'd you stop doing? Why'd you stop talking? Why'd you recede into the shadows, into the darkness, like a Mysterioso? The reason why is because, really, I happened upon a formula that consisted of me not talking, me presenting gameplay walkthroughs, if you want to call them that. I would say they're more like blind playthroughs, you know. Walkthrough kind of implies that you've really hammered out a nice path and you're going to show people how to get from point A to point B. So I didn't really like using that phrase walkthrough. I came up with super play. Hey, check out my super play of this game. I'm just going to sit down, I'm going to play it, I'm going to record it from front to back, and I'm going to upload it. And I found that by doing that, I was getting more views and more engagement than almost all the videos that I'd made where I really tried presenting myself, my personality, commenting on shit. And, you know, because I don't really have like an ego about the YouTube thing, I was like, all right, well, if shutting up and getting my ass off camera is what people want, then I'll happily oblige that, and I'll continue doing these super play videos. So I started doing that, having success with it. And when I was playing the Poppy Playtime video game, Poppy Playtime from Mob Games. Poppy Playtime Chapter 2, going to be dropping soon, by the by. The big Chapter 2 full trailer, not the teaser, the full trailer is coming out on the 22nd of this month. Just a heads up in case you're curious. So keep an eye on the Mob Games Twitter page. That's where I've been getting that news. And the Mob Games Discord server. Yeah. So I played Poppy Playtime. And I think I was one of the first people, if not the first, to get a full playthrough of that game up on YouTube. And that really exploded. I was not used to getting that many views on something. And I had no idea that it was going to be a huge hit game. I just thought it looked cool. And decided to download it and play it. Threw it up on YouTube. And then, it's got tens of thousands of views within the span of a couple weeks. And I think that one's up to over 300,000 views now. And it's not a very good playthrough. Like I said, the super plays, I generally am doing a blind play. So I don't know my way through. I'm kind of fumbling around. I'm dying. But I think that that's something people liked about, especially the Poppy Playtime playthrough, is because it wasn't just a point A to point B type scenario. They got to watch me fumble my way through it and then ultimately succeed. And, there was one section of the game you're going through these vents, through a series of vents, and it's dark, and you're being chased by this big blue, people thought he was an animatronic, he might not be, but a big noodly blue guy with big sharp teeth, and he's chasing you through these vents, and it's very disorienting, especially on my old computer, because things were getting a little choppy. My old PC was not handling Poppy Playtime very well, which is another reason why I'm pretty surprised that it has done the numbers that it's done. Over 300,000 views. People put up with that. But they enjoyed my playthrough, and they liked laughing at me as I was going through the vents. People would leave timestamps of, various times I died, and then they'd comment with things like, "Oh, I can imagine the frustration you were feeling at this part," and so on and so forth. So I think it was kind of fun for people to see. Anyway, when I completed that game, I had the main menu just on the computer. It was just playing in the background. And it has some nice soothing music going along to it, and this kind of surreal, slightly unsettling parking lot view of a factory, of the toy factory where the game takes place. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, this is kind of nice. It's almost like a little screensaver with music. What if I just take an hour of this and upload it to the channel and see if anyone wants to just put it on the background like I was doing? And I did that. Actually, I kind of pressed record and walked away, and I came back and found that the main menu music only looped so many times. It only looped for about 20 minutes or so, I think. So then I had to chop it up, and I did a sloppy job, actually, on that Poppy Playtime 1 hour video. But people loved it. That was my very first video on this channel. The second video on this channel to hit 1 million views. And that went a long way in helping me get monetized. Those 2 Poppy Playtime videos. No copyright violations, by the way. As is kind of customary with a lot of video games, their soundtracks will not be put on that system of, copyright violations or they're not set up to flag the videos of people streaming the games. Otherwise, a lot of people probably wouldn't do it, especially professional streamers who make money on these various playthroughs, live streams, whatever their particular approach is. If all those live streams and all those videos were getting flagged because of the soundtrack in the video games, and they couldn't be monetized, then a lot of people probably would stay away from those games. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, no copyright strike, no copyright violation going on. Videos aren't flagged. Nothing's wrong. Okay, well, that's kind of neat. Over time, I decided every game that I played through, I would just grab an hour of the menu music and put it up on the channel. And oftentimes, the menu music videos did even better than the playthroughs. One reason being that I'm still a relatively small channel. That might not be the case if I had millions of viewers who were anxious to see what game I was going to play next. But a lot of people who look the games up, who maybe have already seen a playthrough from their favorite YouTuber, might see my OST video, my main menu theme for 1 hour, and just grab that and decide to play it. And they become fixtures of daily life for many people by reading the comments that I've seen. Many people have said things like, hey, love this video. Use it for studying every day. Or I use this video when I'm going to sleep every night, or just general compliments, complimenting my looping ability. I think I've gotten pretty decent at that. It's not rocket science, but I do try to put care into it. Like I said, that first Poppy Playtime main menu video that I did, I cut it in a stupid place, and people have called me out on it appropriately. Hello, thanks for the compliment on the balloons. I tried to decorate nicely here. Yeah. No, I don't. I've lost my train of thoughts. Anyway, that's kind of what's been going on the channel. I got monetized back in October, right around the time those 2 Poppy Playtime videos blew up. And then what else from there? I've had a series of videos that have done pretty decently, but the channel's been growing very steadily. It took me, basically 5 years, I guess, to get to 1,000 subscribers. And then just since I've hit 1,000 within the past year, now I'm up to almost 15K. And a lot of it has to do with these gameplay videos and the main menu theme videos that I'll put up on the channel. Got monetized, started making some scratch off of those, off the gameplays and the main menu music themes, which seemed cool to me because, like I said, never once did I get a copyright strike. Never once did any of these videos I'm talking about get flagged, because if you don't get a copyright strike, which is like getting your butt spanked and put in the corner by YouTube, you get 3 of those and your channel's deleted and you go away. You go bye-bye forever. So that's never happened. There's a lesser version of that where you don't get a strike, you don't get spanked on the bottom, but they do take your lunch money and they give it to another kid. So it's like, for instance, if the Poppy Playtime video had been set up, or if that music had been put in the system to be caught by YouTube if someone uploads it, then all the money from videos featuring that music would go to, say, the composer of that tune, or to Mob Games, or whoever wanted to flag it to make sure that they got the proceeds from any videos that went up on the platform featuring soundtrack music from the game. That's only happened with a couple videos, and that's fine. I've never disputed that. I've never had a problem with that. And it's not like it ever made me want to stop uploading the 1 hour vids because people watch them and were enjoying them. So I was like, well, if the proceeds from one of those videos goes to a songwriter or to the developers or to the publisher, whoever set the flagging system up, that's fine. That's within their rights to do. But like I said, many don't do that. And so if it's fair game, it's fair game. And that's what I had been figuring, and things were moving along swimmingly until just a couple days ago when I received an email from YouTube that said, "Hey, your channel is demonetized now. Just heads up. Just a heads up, your channel is demonetized. You can go into your account and find out why." And I said, "Oh, okay. Well, I probably want to do that." So I went ahead and I bebopped on over into my YouTube account. And the reason I was given was that they said I used too much content by other creators that was not edited enough to add anything of value to it. Now, I disputed that, because you can dispute their claim. I disputed it. I put together a small little video package featuring some examples of me editing, how I not only get the music for some of these videos, but for anyone who's watched, the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach OST vids that I did, featuring kind of, well, someone thought they were GIFs. Someone actually commented and they said, "Where'd you get the GIFs that you used in the background on those videos?" They're not GIFs. Those were recorded from in-game. I actually went into the game, made a special trip, went to the bathroom downstairs, right outside the daycare. You go into those bathrooms. I'm talking about the sun and moon videos here. In each bathroom, there's like a giant video screen that plays the animation that you see in the background of those videos, respectively. One featuring the sun and the other the moon. And so I just walked in front of them, stood there for a few seconds in front of each one, got the footage I needed, took that, put it over into Premiere. I cropped out, everything but that video footage. Found a nice spot to loop it. Made it the appropriate size. I had to tilt it just a little bit, I think, in both cases to make sure that it didn't look all wonky. There was a little bit of editing that went into that. It wasn't like I found a GIF on Google. I didn't go into Google image searches and just find a GIF and then grab an MP3. Like, that's all stuff that I captured from in the game myself. That was my damn content, and then I showed them that process. Same thing with the DJ Music Man video, which was the very first video on this channel to hit 1 million views. And that one's been very popular with many people. A lot of people enjoy that one. But that's another one where I went in and I stood in front of DJ Music Man in the Fazcade. Stood there for a while, got what I needed, found a perfect loop for it, repeated that over the course of an hour, threw that up there on the YouTubes, and people responded to it. People loved it. Unfortunately, it seems like those videos that everyone was really digging are the ones that got me in trouble and got my channel demonetized. No warning. No slap on the wrist. No, hey, these videos are doing really well, but you might want to stop doing them, or you might want to move these types of videos to another channel and just stick on the gameplay only stuff here, because if you don't, we're going to demonetize your channel and you're not going to be making YouTube money anymore. Which sucks, because I've kind of gotten used to it over the course of several months. Getting a nice, not rich, obviously. I'm not making PewDiePie money here. I'm no Markiplier. But it was a nice little bit every month to have to help out with bills, and it seemed like that amount was going up every month. So we're starting to try to plan ahead and say, oh, this is kind of viable. Not only was some of that money going towards bills, but it was also allowing me to basically buy a new game every day and still be making a decent profit. So that was not a concern. Initially, it was like, oh, I'm putting money into these games. Hopefully, at some point, it turns around and I can say, oh yeah, well, I'm paying this much money per day on games, but I'm getting more than that back from YouTube because the channel's growing, and that started to happen. I can't say that's the case anymore because that has been taken away. So what do you do about that? Well, I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm still trying to put the pieces together. Still trying to make sense of it all. But I did come up with one thing. I'm going to do because YouTube is giving me the opportunity to reapply for monetization in 1 month. So I have 30 days to kind of get my act together, as it were, and get rid of the shit on my channel that I think is leading to it being demonetized. Now, the tricky part is they don't tell you explicitly what it is that has gotten you demonetized. They give you a list of things that your videos might be doing that could potentially lead to you possibly losing your monetization. But they don't lay it out for you line by line. They don't give you specifics. They don't tell you which videos are in violation of the monetization policy. They just say, hey, we don't see enough editing taking place in these videos that are using other people's content. And I'm interpreting that as saying you're basically taking this song, you're looping it, you're not breaking any rules because your channel's still intact. You can upload these videos. And the odd thing is, again, I go back to this, is that they demonetize it, and it's not like ads are still going to run and that ad revenue is going to go to the person who created the music or to the person who created the game. Because these songs are still in the background when people are playing the games and uploading them and making money on those videos. It's just isolating. It seems to be that isolating the music itself, and then and even not just uploading the track, but doing some editing is not good enough. Taking the track and repeating it for an hour and grabbing footage from the game that goes along with it, rendering that, putting in the work to do that is not good enough for them. They don't tell you how much editing you need to do on a video to make it meet whatever threshold requirement they have for it to be considered changed or altered enough to where you've added something of value. But I thought to myself, hey, if people are looking for this content, which clearly they are, and the developers of the game are not uploading these types of videos, and the creators of the songs themselves are not uploading these kinds of videos, then I'll do it. And you know, I always made sure to put the links to the games in the description to credit anyone who ever asked for it. No problem. And that's why I find it a little disheartening and a little disappointing that there was no warning given. There was no tap on the shoulder. There was no, hey man, you know, your channel seems to be focusing on this type of thing, and if you don't change the format up a little bit, you could be risking your channel not being monetized soon. There was nothing like that ever. It was just boom, your monetization status has been removed, and you can try again in 30 days. Okay, so I've got 30 days to as I said, kind of clean up my act for YouTube and become the YouTuber that I think YouTube needs me to become. So what I'm going to do, let me show you here. Here's my page. Here's the Super Divorce YouTube channel. Probably looks familiar to some of you. It's where you are right now. So you might notice that something's missing at the moment. Usually when you pull up this page, the very first thing you'll see is the old DJ Music Man video, the 1-hour version. By the way, I've made a 10-hour version of DJ Music Man and a 10-hour version of the Poppy Playtime one that I fixed this time around. The 10-hour version of the Poppy Playtime video, I have actually fixed it. I edited that one properly. I took my time. I wasn't being a complete noob with it. So you can still find that for now. And you can still find the original Poppy Playtime OST vid right here on the Super Divorce channel. But you won't be able to for long, let me tell you. Now don't worry too much, because I've got you taken care of. I'm going to show you my solution and what we're going to do here. This right here is where all of the game OST vids will be going. I will be relocating them to Outer Heaven, to the Punished Super Divorce channel. And the first one has been moved. If you would like to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach OST, DJ Music Man boss fight theme song 1 hour video, if that's one of your faves, if you are worried about that one disappearing, I didn't just remove it and delete it. I have created a brand new channel for all of you who enjoy watching the music videos. This one is Punished Super Divorce. I will be migrating all of the music videos over there, removing them from the regular OG Super Divorce channel that you're watching right now. And if you would like to subscribe to Punished Super Divorce, then just go into the description of this video right now, and you can mosey on over there and possibly be the very first subscriber to that channel. Right now there are 0 subscribers. I just did this a couple hours ago, and I've not posted it anywhere, so I'm just talking about it right now. This video right here, like I said, the very first video to hit over 1 million views on the OG Super Divorce channel, back at 3. It's now back at 3 views. It has not been there for some time. Back to humble beginnings. It's like playing a video game where you start off, you've got all the power-ups, you know, you're just kicking ass, and then something happens, you know, the big bad guy shows up and drains you of all your magic ability and takes away your weapons, takes away all your armor, scatters it across the land, and you're left to begin again. Old Man Finnegan begin again. That's where we are, and that's what Punished Super Divorce is all about. It'll be about all the videos that I cannot monetize, or that I theorize cannot be monetized. This channel right here, Punished Super Divorce, will never be monetized. I will never even attempt to monetize this channel. And this video right here that you're on right now, or this channel that you're on right now, the original Super Divorce channel, we're going to try to get back on track. Going to try to get this one going again and get back to posting just the walkthroughs and all that kind of stuff. So you have walkthrough videos here, or super plays, as I call them more accurately. blind playthroughs. You'll have that here. You'll have the music videos over on the Punished Super Divorce channel on YouTube. And that is kind of as far as I've gotten right now. That doesn't fix everything. But it fixes one thing, and that was, what do I do with all of these videos? I don't want to just delete them. Oops. Because so many people love them. Like I said, they've become part of the daily goings-on, the daily routines of so many peeps. I don't want to just take these videos away. I want to be like, oh, well, I got to try and get my channel monetized and delete. I don't want to do that. So it might take me a minute. I hope to have this done within a few days. That's what I'm aiming for, to have all these migrated. Because I want to start getting the content flowing here again. I might have to focus on this for a few days, get this stuff moved over, so all those videos are nice and safe, and people can watch them and listen to them, freely. Hopefully, I hope that they come back. I hope that people who have subscribed to this channel for those videos will be able to find their way over to the Punished Super Divorce channel to subscribe there. That's my hope. And I also plan to add a little bit extra content here. I planned on doing this even before the demonetization stuff happened, but I will be bringing back the Super Divorce Supercast podcast. I have not decided exactly how often that's going to be posted. I'm thinking either once or twice a week. I don't know which day or for exactly how long, but I thought it would be fun to be able to talk in depth about the games that I'm playing, and also other goings on, because I like to talk about shit, and I think that's fun. And you might want to hear what I have to say. Maybe not. But if you do, that will be here for you. The Super Divorce Supercast will be coming back. And I will be putting all of the old Super Divorce Supercast episodes up on the channel as well. Because those are mine. I don't have to worry about YouTube saying that I didn't do enough to create those videos or that content. That is my content that I own and that I was part of creating 100%. Would not exist without me. So that'll be up here. And thinking a little bit further out from that, because I don't know how this reapplication is going to go when I apply again in a month. I don't know what they're going to say. Maybe they'll come back and tell me that they still don't like the way my channel looks. I don't know. If they do that, I hope to have yet another backup plan. And I don't even want to call it a backup plan. I'm thinking maybe something I'll do to supplement whatever happens here. And that is either opening a Subscribe Star or a Patreon. And giving you guys another way that you can support through one of those platforms. And not only supporting me, but also getting some cool stuff for yourselves too. Because, there's more music to be made by Super Divorce. There's more drawings and artwork to be done. And playing all these games has really inspired me to maybe give it a nice crack. I'm not going to be making a 300-hour epic or anything right off the bat. But I've seen kind of what it takes for a person to do a low poly PS1-ish type of horror game, which is what I've been playing a lot of. I've got some ideas that I'd like to try out, and I think that that might be something that we do too. Something that I'm kind of just kicking around, getting that going. So there's a lot in the works. There's a lot that I want to do. And what I was not going to do was sit here and bitch and moan and complain and just boo-hoo about the situation. That's not going to help anyone. all about ideas and figuring out what we have to do to come back stronger after this has happened. And just know that, okay, we've gotten this out of the way. If it was going to be a problem, it's better that it happened now than, say, 2 years from now. Imagine the boner in the dirt that would have been. 2 years down the road, 500,000 subscribers, maybe 1 million, making fat stacks, and then one day your channel is demonetized, actually. Sorry. Sorry, man. Not quite what we were looking for when we had the whole monetization thing in mind. I can gripe about that. Why did you approve my monetization in the first place? I've been doing basically the same thing ever since I applied, so that's odd. But, you know, it's okay. We're moving forward. Keep an eye on the Punished Super Divorce channel. Please sub to that if you've not done so. Especially if you're a fan of the music here. If you come to this channel for the music, go into the description of this video. Click on the link to the Punished Super Divorce YouTube page. Get over there, sub to that channel, and you will not miss anything. All of the music that you have come here to listen to, that you've enjoyed, that you've made part of your day as the months have gone by, it will all be available over on the Punished Super Divorce page. So don't miss out on that. I want you guys to be able to keep enjoying all of the things you've come here to enjoy. And I want to provide more enjoyment as we move forward into the future. So if you have any requests, if you have any ideas, if you have any other videos that you would like me to do, please drop those in the comments below. Always feel free to do that. I've got a list over here to my left of videos that I will be making. If you're a person who has requested something that I've not done, don't feel like, oh, I was just blowing smoke. It's like when you went up to the DJ at the skating party back in the day, and you're like, hey, can you play the new Brandy song? And he's like, I'll see what I can do. I always hated that response. Call a radio station back in the day. Hey, can you play some George Thorogood for me? I'll see what I can do. And then they just don't do it because they're not going to see what they can do. I'm not going to give you that response. If there's something I'm just not going to make, I'll tell you. If you request something that I'm just not going to do, I will let you know. If I say, yeah, I'll put that on the list, I actually have a list that I add things to that people request, and I will work my way through them. I focus on the new shit first, and then kind of go back to that list when I have free time. But it does exist. I'm not bullshitting you. If I tell you I'll get around to it, I'll get around to it. Just got to give me a little time. Just keep your eye on the developments. Keep your eye on the alerts. And one day you will see your request go live. All right. I think that just about covers it. I don't want to go too long here. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up on what's been going on, because I have been unusually silent for a few days on the channel. You might have noticed. Where are the uploads? Why isn't the steady stream of content continuing to stream? This is why. 'Cause I've been trying to sort out how to move forward and how to save Super Divorce. This is a start. All right, everyone, thank you for your time. Thank you for your views. Thank you for your subs. Thank you for spreading the word. If you've sent videos from this channel to anyone who has ended up enjoying them and they've jumped on board, appreciate you spreading the word. Appreciate all of you very much. We're not going to give up. We're going to forge ahead, and we'll do this together. Okay? So guys, gals, until next time, everyone, take real good care. Keep kicking ass. Love you lots. Lord willing, I'll be back very soon with another video for you to watch. Bye-bye.